Everyone is talking about how to be a classy woman, and I think it's all bull. If you search up classy woman energy, how to be a classy woman on social media, every single video is centered around appearance and trying to control other people's perceptions of us. It's literally just a repackaged way of chasing external validation, and we are not about that on this side of the internet. Because to me, classy energy starts with setting high standards. Not only for the people you let into your life, but the way that you behave, the standards that you set for the lifestyle that you live, the treatment that you accept from other people. It's all about the habits and the things that you do on a daily basis, and most importantly, how you see yourself and therefore how you act accordingly. Everything goes back to serving ourselves and our needs so that we can be the most thriving, fulfilled version of ourselves. Because truly, you can wear all of the old money style you want in the world, but that does not make you a classy person. A classy person is simply seen as high quality. And even according to Google, a classy woman is someone who is superior and elegant. She holds herself to a high standard, and her behaviors, her thoughts, her actions define how classy she is, not the amount of jewelry or clothes that she wears. So in this video, I'll be teaching you the true meaning of having classy woman energy, how to practically achieve it, and how to tap into that energy every single day in just 10 simple steps. Before we get right into it, feel free to check out all of the links below in the description. If you're new here and you don't know, I put out content on every single platform every single day that teaches millions of women all over the world how to be the best versions of themselves in literally any area of their lives. Sometimes it's productivity, sometimes it is style, a lot of the times it's mindset or habits. I recently just released a newsletter. It's called Self-Obsessed Scoop, and it essentially teaches you how to become obsessed with yourself. You can sign up to get the newsletter into your inbox every 2 weeks at tamkaur.com. And I'm also releasing a guided journal. It's called the Self-Obsessed Journal. Every single time you fill out a page, you are essentially leveling up your self-growth. So if that sounds like the type of vibe that you want to be on for 2025, I highly recommend you go to the description and just check out those things, because I'm sure you're going to find something there that's going to help you level up. And finally, I'd also like to thank Masterclass for sponsoring this video. But let's get straight into the steps. Step number 1 to mastering classy woman energy is, of course, self-validation. I already touched on this a little bit in the intro, because honestly, the second that we start separating ourselves from all of the rules that society, other people, every video we see on social media puts on us, is the second that we finally reclaim our power and confidence. All the dress modest, don't dress too sexy, old money style, high-low outfit rule, do this, do that, wear this, don't wear that. This jewelry means you're elegant, and this jewelry means that you don't know how to dress. Please, please. I'm so tired of these rules and whoever the F made them up. Please just do you, but do it confidently, because that's the difference. Like, do you really think a real classy woman is gonna give an F that other people find the fact that her cleavage is on show offensive and tacky, and that she shouldn't wear a dress like that? No, she doesn't give an F, because she was never trying to find your approval in the first place. She went out to wear something that made her feel good and made her feel confident and sexy, and however she wanted to feel that night. She went to a place where she was gonna have fun so that she could make her own memories for her own personal life. You think she gives an F what your rules on fashion are? Please. You see the difference? Like, there is nothing classy about following social media trend after trend and video after video that tells you that you should look a certain way to be a right kind of person and to be perceived in a certain type of way. The classiest thing you could possibly do is not give an F and work on your own values and your own morals and your own mindset to create a life that you want to live, where you're never going to take anybody else's opinion into account, because it's quite literally irrelevant. Step number 2 to mastering classy woman energy is spending time on your passions and your hobbies. Comparison, gossiping, chasing, and other low vibe habits only occur because of a person's excess of spare time. And classy women would never find themselves in that situation, because they always make sure that their time, their schedule, their days are always filled with activities and hobbies and time spent bettering themselves, making themselves happier, filling their own cup and what they need, and creating a life that they've always wanted to live. Do you really think they're ever going to resort to tacky behavior like talking about others? No. Or telling other people how to dress to look a certain way? No. She is too busy chasing her dreams, improving, learning. She has all of these goals and interests, which in turn make her a more interesting person, which in turn helps her become a better conversationalist when she's out and about networking, making new friends, meeting new people. She has so much to bring to the table. She has so much value. She has so much to speak about because her life is filled with meaning. She's always stepping outside of her comfort zone. She's trying new things. She's had real life experience because her time is not spent behind a screen trying to wonder what's going to make other people like her better. And if you're someone who's really busy and you just don't have the time in your week to pick up all of these extra skills and hobbies and passions, there are so many platforms out there now that can help you with it, one of which being Masterclass. I started using Masterclass last year and fell in love. And side note, if you're on my Instagram broadcast channel, then you actually would have received free credits to join when I signed up. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Masterclass is a membership to thousands of captivating lessons led by the world's best. You can discover new tools, gain valuable new insights, learn new skills, and adopt new ways of thinking that will enable so many new opportunities and possibilities for you. When I first joined, I ran. Actually, it was really part of the reason why I joined Masterclass in the first place, because I saw that Kris Jenner had done a class and it's like, hello, queen of marketing, queen of personal branding. I found that she really helped me in learning how to create the right personal branding story that could help me kind of get this cohesive brand across all of the platforms that I have on social media and all of the various projects that I'm doing all at once. Not to mention, she also included a lot of prompts throughout her class, which I found really helpful. Like, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind? How do you want the world to see you? There is just such a wide array of knowledge available at your fingertips on Masterclass at just $10 a month billed annually. And the best part of it, especially to me, is just the convenience of it. Like when I was on a commute on a train or in an Uber somewhere, I could watch all of the videos on my phone, which meant that I was completing the classes so fast. So you guys can check out Masterclass today and turn your professional aspirations into achievements. Just click the link below in my description to get started today and get 15% off. Step 3. Becoming a classy woman is about heightening your standards and putting yourself on the pedestal, putting yourself on the top shelf. This means not compromising your boundaries for anybody else, and that also includes boundaries and promises you are keeping to yourself. Do you think a classy woman is going to be like, yeah, I know I said I was going to start that business this year, but I just didn't get around to it? Girl, what? No. The classy woman is organized. The classy woman has the utmost respect for herself, her goals, her thoughts, her dreams, her ideas, her desires, and she is actively working towards them every single day. Of course, in whatever capacity she has that day, but best believe she is planning. You know why? Because take it back to the previous step, she is booked and busy. She has things that are filling her time, this being one of them. She is not scrolling for hours on end. She is not thinking about other people. She's not wondering what they're thinking about her. She is taking control of her life at all times. And because she is keeping every single promise she sets for herself, because she has boundaries and self-discipline with herself, you think she is about to accept any less from other people? You think if people are going to walk all over her, take advantage of her, not follow through on their word, that she's just not going to notice? No. Because the way that you treat yourself and the lifestyle that you accept sets the foundation for what you will start to accept from other people. When you are already following through on all of the high standards you have set for yourself and you're doing that all by yourself, other people better fall in line. Because if they don't, you're going to spot it immediately and cut that out. And remember, classy women never bend their boundaries to please other people or meet their needs. They hold their ground and they protect their peace no matter the situation. Step 4 is having a signature style. Now, while appearance and outfits does fit into this, we are not solely focusing on that. There is more than enough content on social media about how to dress and look in a classy signature way. When I talk about signature style, I'm also talking about your way of doing things, your way of going about things, your habits, your routine, your lifestyle. And the reason that this is a part of having classy woman energy is because it just illustrates that you are not the type of person that is rushing around trying to look at what everybody else is doing, trying to follow every single trend as soon as it comes out and then adopting it into your lifestyle because you think that that's going to be the thing that makes you accepted, cool, attractive in other people's eyes, and just popular. You already know you don't need to fit in. You already have your authentic signature way of doing things and living life, and you don't need other people to tell you how to live yours. You would never look for other people to make decisions about your life. You can be inspired, sure, by other things that you see, but you are always sure and certain of yourself and your core ideas. And it doesn't matter if everybody in the world says it's unrealistic or is crazy or they just simply don't get it, because chances are you already know that in a few years, everyone's going to catch on and it's going to become a trend. Imagine that you abandoned your initial idea because other people didn't approve of it just for everybody to hop on the bandwagon afterwards. Step number 5 is that the classy woman is a self-discovery queen. The key to succeeding in life is understanding that everything must be done on a personal level. So when I say everything must be done on a personal level, I'm talking about the way that you spend your time, what your hobbies are, the career you choose. It's basically always ensuring that you are the most authentic version of yourself, which guess what? Being authentic is literally the most high vibrational, confident thing that you could ever do. So that's definitely a win, and that's definitely the direction that we want to go in. Even when it comes to things like healing or self-care, those things are also done on a very personal level, and it ties into what I've already said. The classy woman is never looking around at other people's way of doing things, because it's not that those people's way of doing things is wrong. It's that everybody should live in a way that is unique and personal to them because it fits their lifestyle and their needs and is uniquely tailored to their life path. Imagine looking for somebody else and thinking, well, they do eye patches and bubble baths as their self-care, so I'm sure that that's going to fix my almost nervous breakdown and stressful week and high cortisol levels. It makes no sense, okay? The classy woman is very in tune with her emotions. She's very in tune with her mindset, where she's at, where she's pouring her energy, what may be potentially draining her. And she's then going to make very personal decisions according to those experiences because she is so self-aware and because she's all into her self-discovery. She's always trying to get to know herself and knowing what fills my cup, what makes me sad, what makes me happy, and then incorporating that into the right routine for her. Understanding what you need and what aligns to your values means that you will never again be in the wrong room with the wrong people going to the wrong places. Step number 6, true class comes from quiet confidence. It took me a very, very long time in my life to realize the people who are always shouting about their achievements and always shouting about what they are doing and are often the loudest in the room, let me tell you, are always doing the least. Confident, classy women do not feel the need to consistently talk about themselves loudly and all throughout the evening or all throughout the event because they are classy enough to want to get to know other people, to want to understand them and what makes them them, to want to learn about what they do. She spends all of her time alone. She's solo dating. She knows herself very, very well. She is not trying to portray a certain image to other people to try and get them to like her. She's also so confident in her achievements and what she does that she doesn't feel the need to keep going on about herself to try and get other people to agree and relate to her and validate her. So classy energy is all about knowing yourself to the level that you can be quietly confident about it. But also, a classy woman isn't afraid to take up space. She walks into a room, head held high, positive body language. She goes up and approaches the people that she wants to start a conversation with. She puts herself in the rooms that she knows she needs to be in. She takes pride in her appearance and in her presence and in her opinions, and she isn't afraid to express them. Because even if she receives judgment or backlash or disapproval from others, it's simply a sign that they were never meant for her in the first place. Her following her most authentic self is the classiest thing that she could ever do. This links into step number 7. Classy women move with grace. A classy woman is always in control of her emotions. Now, this does not mean suppressing her emotions or trying to avoid negative emotions. She is so grateful that she has been given this human life where she can experience the full spectrum of human emotions, and she is very well within her right and very valid to feel whatever emotions may come up regardless of the situation or circumstance. However, she knows when is the appropriate time to express them and deal with them versus when it isn't. For example, if someone is being disrespectful or rude and you don't quite like them, you are not about to start drama. You would never attach your name or your likeness to drama or arguing with people who do not have the ability to communicate with you in an adult, mature manner. You would never associate yourself with that. In fact, you want to get away from that kind of situation as fast as you possibly can. So instead, she's going to go home and she is going to process those emotions. She's going to process those thoughts. Maybe she'll talk about it to somebody who's close to her. Maybe she is in therapy. Most likely, she is going to do an absolute brain, thought, and emotion dump in her journal. I think the classiest thing you could possibly do is journal, because once you get used to journaling all the time, letting things go and letting them out onto the paper, it means you're not harboring or suppressing things inside of you, which then literally start to have power over you and mean that they can leak out at any given moment, which means that you basically surrender all control of the way that you are presenting yourself and also the energy that you are holding. This isn't just about not starting drama and not being associated with it. It's also about controlling your inner peace and the way that you are vibrating and feeling on an everyday level. I think it's such an important habit to journal every night before you go to bed or first thing in the morning to make sure that you have some level of control at making sure that the bad vibes stay away. And this links into step number 8. The classy woman is very aware of vibrational energy. If you're not familiar with this, then please refer to this chart. Because she understands this, she knows when to remove herself from low vibrational places, people, or things without feeling the need to take it personally. Because while yes, referring to the previous step, we do need to deal with everything in our lives on a personal level by understanding ourselves and our needs. However, when it comes to other people and the way that they treat us, it is never a personal matter. The classy woman is intelligent to know that every single person on this planet, even your parents, even your siblings, even your best friend, are always operating from a place of their own mindset, their own values, the way that they have been raised, potentially their life lessons, their traumas, the things that they are insecure about. So that's why the classy woman never feels the need to argue or to prove herself, because it was never about her in the first place. And also because she fully understands herself and her values, what she wants to be associated with, what kind of energy she wants to hold, she is so clear on when she needs to cut things off and when she needs to walk away from them. And again, this links into self-discovery. She is not wasting time wondering, am I valid for not wanting this person in my life? Am I valid for not wanting to be here or work in this job? No. The fact that I don't want to, the fact that it's bringing up uncomfortable feelings for me is enough of a reason to separate myself from that place so that I can actually find something that fills my cup and fulfills me. And when it comes to other people, she would never waste her time trying to prove herself right or teach them a certain way, because she knows some people are simply more in a low vibrational place and some people are just behind you on the journey of bettering yourself and learning certain things. Some people maybe are just have a little bit more of a limited mindset. And that's absolutely fine, because it has nothing to do with your worth. But also when it comes to vibrational energy, this is not just reserved for other people, it's also reserved for herself. She's trying to assess where she's at. Has she been engaging in low vibrational habits recently? The classiest thing you could possibly ever do is to stay accountable with who you are, with how you're living, and with what you're doing. For example, if she engaged in a little bit of gossip recently, she would reflect on that and how it made her feel and how it's affecting her energy, and no, that doesn't align with the type of woman that she aspires to be, and so that is a habit that she needs to cut out. Step number 9 is that classy women never people please and never concern themselves with being nice. Now, don't get me wrong, classy women are very kind and very polite, but those two things are extremely different to being nice. When you are so concerned with being a nice person, you are already concerning yourself with other people's perception of you, therefore linking back into the whole external validation topic, which we don't associate ourselves with. People-pleasing is literally giving your power away to others and practically putting them on a pedestal above you, assuming that they have more power and they are more valid in their opinion of you than you are valid in your own opinion of yourself. Wild. People-pleasing and trying to come across a certain way or speak a certain way or mirror people because you think that it's going to get you a certain result not only is manipulative, but you're literally begging somebody to like you. And classy women not only like themselves, they love themselves. So they would never feel the need to do that. And finally, the 10th step of mastering classy woman energy is by understanding every single person you allow into your life is reflective of your own self-worth and self-love. The reason that there's this association and this kind of storyline around classy women only ever dating men that give them princess treatment is because it's true. A classy woman would only ever date somebody or be friends with somebody who is loyal and trustworthy and gives her the best treatment because she's already giving herself the best treatment, but also because she has such a high level of self-love and everybody in her life is reflective of that. She always treats herself to such a high degree. She spoils herself. She gives herself everything she wants. She holds herself accountable. She knows when she needs to heal. She knows when she needs to work on herself. Why would she ever accept any less from anybody else? Whereas on the other hand, if you're not too concerned with self-development, if you haven't been working on yourself, if you aren't confident in who you are and you just want anybody in your life as long as they like you and spend time with you, you're not exactly going to attract the right crowd. And that is why the people around you always reflect the way that you feel about yourself. So if a classy woman ever finds herself in a situation where somebody is mistreating her, of course she's going to separate herself from them. Of course she's going to know it's not her fault, but also she is self-aware enough and accountable enough and obsessed with improving herself enough to think, why did this person come into my life in the first place? How did I not realize the red flags? In what way was I possibly thinking or acting, or what insecurities were maybe influencing me that allowed me to let this person have access to me? I have found that that is the best way to keep control of your energy and the way that your lifestyle looks, because it means that with every new person that comes into your life, you're always bettering yourself and improving yourself, so you never find yourself in the same old life cycles and same old life lessons over and over again. No. The classiest thing you can do is take that lesson, learn it, move on from it, and head on to the next phase and up level of your life. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely check out a similar video I did a while ago that you guys absolutely loved. I think it got like 1 million views. It's called How to Be a High Value Woman. I did it a while ago, but I absolutely love it. And it's definitely a more in-depth video, but I want to kind of try something a little bit different based on things that I've learned more recently. So let me know what you thought of this video below in the comments, because I love to read them and just use them as ideas for future videos and things that you guys really like, so that I can provide as much value as I possibly can. Also, feel free to check out all of those links below in the description, where you can check out my newsletter, my journal, the book that I wrote, which literally teaches you step by step, no matter what situation you're in, how to master self-love in your life to lead a more abundant, fulfilling, and happy life. But that's all for now. So I will see you guys same time next week on Friday for a brand new video. I appreciate you. Bye.